Hey, John here. So the lick you just heard is a C Lydian alternate picking lick. I'm just going to play it slow once and then break it down, but you also have the tabs available for free on my Patreon. You have a link down in the description. So we start here on the 5th fret of the D string. It goes like this. So I kind of see this in 3 sections. So you have the first ascending scale run here. And that's basically 3 notes per string, starting on the 5th fret of the D string. So we go up 5, 7, 9 on both strings. Then we have 7, 8, 10 on the next set of strings, all alternate picked. And then I end up here on the 12th fret of the high E string. And now I'm going to go into what I refer to as the ascending 4th Yngwie sequence. So I'm going to do that twice, leading up to the 15th fret. And the sequence here, if we number the notes from left to right, 1, 2, 3, it's going to be 3, 1, 2, 3, as far as the sequence goes. And then move that up to the next set of 3 notes, and then end up here on the 15th fret. And from the 15th fret, we're going to do this 3 note per string skipped version of this shape. So we're going to go every other string basically. We're going to go E string, G string, B string, D string, G string, A string, D string, E string, and end up on the root. So again from the beginning. Now, when you want to practice this, then first of all, you should try to find out which of these sections gives you the most trouble, and then work on that section some more. And here's where a metronome can be really helpful, because you can gradually go through it and see where it breaks down. I've talked about this before on the channel a lot, where I haven't really used a metronome in the classic fashion when I built my technique, meaning starting from very slow and moving it up in increments. But it's still a useful tool to find out where a particular phrase breaks down. But I wouldn't sit around practicing at the fastest possible speed that I can do and hope for the best. Instead, I want to be really accurate, but it's still worth finding out where the actual problem lies. Because if you sit there and work, just as much on the whole thing, but the actual problem you have is the string skipped part, for example, it will take you forever to get the whole thing up to the same speed, right? Because then you will always be better at the first part of it, first and second part. So don't do that. But just take a metronome, put it at a decent clip. Maybe you start at like 80 BPMs or something, just do 16th notes, as this phrase is notated in that way. Then you just go. And if you feel like, well, that worked, and then you inch it up a bit more, and then you keep going, and then you will find out pretty quickly where it starts to break down. So that's a very effective way of finding out what you actually need to practice. And another thing you should try when you do this, play the whole phrase until it breaks down, but also try each phrase individually. So if you use the same division that I did, so you have this first one, and I would go that far, so you kind of connect the phrases like this. So I'm basically having 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So 3 beats stopping on the 4th beat. Then you see how fast you can get that individually. And then you try doing the same thing with just the, or you might even want to go that far as well. Because it can kind of be tricky sometimes to find out exactly where the issue is if you play from the beginning the whole time. Because you might find that you actually don't have that big of a problem playing the string skipped part. It's just that when you have to come from this single string part, for example, maybe you start tensing up here, and that influences how it feels to play this part. So it's always good to also divide it into the sections, and the sections can be whatever you find the most logical. Doesn't have to be these particular sections, and then work them up individually so you can see exactly where the problem lies. So give that a try. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Otherwise, good luck with this one and see you in the next one. Back in the day, I used to have real issues with fast alternate picking when it came to 2 notes per string. I was fine with 3 notes per string, but the 2 notes per string thing was a bit harder to crack. So if you struggle with fast alternate picking as well, and you don't know what to practice or for how long, I've created the perfect solution for you in the form of the Pentatonic Picking Power Book. So in this book, you'll find a daily workout that will not only help your pentatonic picking, but will also upgrade your overall alternate picking technique. So it contains basically the same exercises I use myself to develop my picking abilities, as well as numerous students over the years that I've given the same exercise to with great results. So I know these exercises work as long as you put in the work. So it's not a quick solution or quick fix. It will still take a lot of work, but at least you have a very easy to follow routine. So if you're up for a big alternate picking upgrade in 2024, I cannot think of a better start. It's $9 and I think it's very underpriced, but I did it that way just so as many people as possible could be helped by this. So check that out.